older. He's 37. He's been hurt more than once. They're just telling you Jordan Love's not ready. That's not telling you Aaron Rodgers is leaving. The Packers only carry 2 quarterbacks right now. They need a third. Aaron's older. He gets hurt. That doesn't tell you Aaron Rodgers is leaving. It's tell you Jordan Love, we don't think right now, is as good as Blake Bortles. That's the issue. By the way, yesterday, John Kuhn, former fullback for the Packers, came out and reiterated Aaron Rodgers' Green Bay is fixable. Why is that noteworthy? Because John and Aaron are boys. And that is the third close friend / ally of Aaron Rodgers. James Jones, John Kuhn, A.J. Hawk on this show have all used the word fixable. You think it's a coincidence? They're talking to Aaron. Also, the Packers' schedule came out. 5 primetime games and 6 afternoon games equals 11 total national TV games more than Dallas. Leagues always know what's up. Remember when James Harden and the Rockets weren't scheduled for Christmas? The league knew he's getting traded. Fertitta talks to Silver. He's getting traded. The league knows something here. They got a sense that Aaron's not going anywhere. Listen, Aaron is trapped. And I'm more of a rip the Band-Aid off guy. If somebody doesn't want to be with me, girl, quarterback, I'm out. There's a sea of people. But Aaron's trapped. Green Bay owns his rights for 3 years. Where's he going to go? I'm going to retire. All right, go to Jeopardy. You got to stay out for 3 years. Also, trading Aaron Rodgers would be a wildly splashy move. If I say to you, what's the opposite of splashy in the NFL? You would say, Packers. There's no incentive to trade him because you can't get anything in return. What's Denver going to give you, Teddy Bridgewater? So the Green Bay roster is a collection of some veteran players who are very expensive. It's not a rebuild. You got contracts, guys you got to pay. It is not a rebuild. There's no incentive to trade him. You have his rights. You've been to back-to-back NFC championships. 3 of Aaron's friends are all using the exact word, fixable. It's not a coincidence. Here's what happened. 2 weeks ago, the story leaks. He's out of here, 100%. Gone. 2 weeks later, all his friends. It's fixable. You know what this is. It's human. Aaron was humiliated on draft night a year ago. Humiliated. They drafted Jordan Love. Aaron was pissed. So he waited 1 year. Pew. He fired back. And he said, I'm going to hurt you like you hurt me. And it got real hot, and everybody talked about it. 2 weeks later, Aaron's coming back. It's human. You humiliate me. I'm not going to forget. I'm going to humiliate you. What do they always say? I'll forgive. I'm not going to forget. Aaron, even his friends have acknowledged he can be a little petty, a little bit of a grudge holder. It's okay. A lot of people are. It's okay. No reason not to like him. But the NFL knows something. They got all these 11 games, national TV games. His buddies are all using the same word. The Blake Bortles thing, come on. That doesn't mean anything. If anything, that's telling you they don't trust Jordan Love right now if Aaron got hurt. So I think everybody jumped to the conclusion he's gone. And I think, no, folks, where's he going to go? I mean, let's say you run the Green Bay Packers. All of us think we're armchair GMs. You run the Packers. Would you trade him to Denver? Yeah, I would too, if Jordan Love could play. But the Packers said 2 days ago, quote, he's a long way off, unquote. The Packers just acquired Blake Bortles, telling you he's a long way off, unquote. Aaron's not going anywhere. Bob Stoops, the former Oklahoma head coach, friend of the show, all-around good guy, is now on our noon kickoff show on Fox. Our new college football analyst. Can't wait to welcome him in. He'll join us right here on the couch. That's coming up. A recent survey showed couples share a variety of passwords within the first 6 months of dating. That is amazing to me in itself. I never have done that. But sharing passwords with a significant other may put you at risk if the relationship ends. People are trusting. Your ex may still have access to your login information, tracking your location or access more than you intended if you use the same password for multiple accounts. Every day, we put our info at risk on the internet. In an instant, a cyber criminal could take what's yours. Your finances, credit, your reputation. Good thing there's LifeLock. Helps detect a wide range of identity threats, and if you are compromised, they will have a dedicated restoration specialist in their first or second year. Tua in the opener, then Zach Wilson. A few weeks later, Zach Wilson, Justin Herbert. End of the year, Trevor Lawrence, Tua. You can put down 6-0 or 5-1 there. Also, 6 other quarterbacks. Belichick's been running the same defensive system forever. He's got it down in stone. 6 other quarterbacks who have either a new coach or a new system. The Saints, Houston, Carolina, Atlanta, Tennessee, and the Colts with Wentz. So those guys aren't new quarterbacks, although Belichick has owned a few of them. What they are, though, they got a brand new system. So 12 of the 17 games, edge Belichick. Here's another thing. Belichick's best coach ever. 6 games this year against first-time head coaches. Huge edge Belichick. Those are games coaching can win. He's looking at that. Young quarterbacks, first-time head coaches. Folks, that is a favorable schedule for New England. 9.5, I'll take the over. What was the other schedule I was really interested in? Cleveland. I thought Cleveland got a scheduling break. Now, Cleveland has to face Kansas City in Arrowhead week 1. No, that's the worst team to play in the NFL week 1. Andy Reid off a bye, Andy Reid in September. They're going to lose that. But if you look at the way, because Cleveland has New England on the schedule, Green Bay on the schedule, a tough division, Kansas City on the schedule, so it could have been brutal. It's not. It works in Cleveland's favor. So take the Kansas City game out 0-1. I said they have 8 new defensive starters or 9, right? They need a soft open to get those guys ready. Well, after Kansas City, dysfunctional Houston and Chicago and Andy Dalton. Then Minnesota rebuilding. Then a rookie head coach, Brandon Staley. Then they get Arizona, Denver at home. And Pittsburgh at home. So after Kansas City, 5 of their next 7 are at home. Don't have to travel. Don't have to lose any time there. And a lot of these are dysfunctional offenses. At the end of the year, we said they play back-to-back Ravens, but they get a break there. They get at Baltimore by Baltimore. But Baltimore doesn't get a bye in the second game. They face the Steelers before that second Browns game. Big edge Cleveland. Also the Raiders. We said the Raiders are much tougher to face in September and early October. They've been a giant killer. They beat the Saints last year. They beat the Chain. But they have died because they don't have the depth. They've died post-Thanksgiving. They get the Raiders later in the year. So I look at that and I think to myself, yeah, Kansas City is just everybody. Kansas City would beat everybody, including Tampa Bay, in a rematch of the Super Bowl with that rebuilt O-line. Kansas City, week 1 in Arrowhead, you don't want any part of that. After that, it's home